Hello everyone. Today we'll start the topic compounds. Okay, and I will try to cover each and every points. And if you like the video, please go in comment section and comment, uh, and then subscribe this channel. Okay. Now we'll start. The topic is compounds. And what do you mean? What do you understand by the term compound? Compound means when two elements like H2 and O2, these are the two elements, this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. When two elements or more than two elements react and form product like H2O, okay, different from the reactants. These are the reactants. Okay, whatever we are using for reaction, these are the reactants, like whatever they take part in the reaction, and whatever formation is there, this is called product. Like this is product and this is react. Before arrow sign, these are the reactants, and after arrow sign, this is the product. Okay, now whatever product we get, if it is different from the reactants, it is compound. For example, hydrogen, it supports fire. Oxygen, it also supports fire. But water, it extinguishes fire, means its property is different from the reactants from where it is prepared. Okay, means compound means, again I am telling, whatever product you are obtaining by reacting two or more than two elements, if it is different or if it has different properties, if it undergoes chemical reaction, then it is called compound, and it is always present in a definite ratio. Like here hydrogen 2 and oxygen is 1, means 2:1, means any pure water always present in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, a compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. Okay, like H2O, like NH3, ammonia. In ammonia, nitrogen is 1 and hydrogen is 3, 1:3. Okay, and with the help of an activity like 2.10, we just try to understand it better. Yes, activity 2.10. Here, what do we get when two or more elements are combined? To get the answer of this question, we have an activity 2.10. Actually, when two or more than two elements combined, either they form mixture or compound. Okay, and in this activity we are going to differentiate between mixture and compounds. What are mixtures and what are compounds? Activity 2.10, divide the class into two groups, give 50 grams of iron fillings and 3 gram of sulfur powder in a china dish to both the groups. Means both the groups having 50 gram and 3 gram sulfur, 50 gram iron and 3 gram sulfur, and the same other group, it is having 50 gram iron and 3 gram of sulfur. Group 1, mix and crush iron filling and sulfur. Group 1 having like this, suppose this is iron. Okay, this is iron, and suppose this is sulfur. Okay, group first, mix and crush iron filling and sulfur powder. Okay, but group second, mix and crush iron fillings and sulfur powder and heat the mixture. heat the mixture till red hot. Remove from flame and let the mixture cool. You will get compound. Now you have to check group first and group 2. Check for magnetism in the material obtained. Okay, first group 1 having iron and sulfur crust mixture. Okay, when you check for magnetism, then if you bring a magnet, then it attracts iron. Okay, this is iron. It means we can separate iron and sulfur mixture in group first, but in group second, when iron and sulfur means iron and sulfur mix and heated, then we get a blackish or brown color substance. It is FeS, iron sulfide. Okay, then if we test or if we go for magnetism, we test magnetism for group second. This is first. We cannot separate iron from sulfur and iron. Okay, but in this case we can separate. This is about magnetism. Now compare the texture and color of material obtained by the groups. As we know that like here, in group first, like this is iron, okay, and this is sulfur. But in group second, this is group second, okay, this is a compound iron sulfide. Okay, this is group first and this is group second. Now the question is, compare the texture and color of material obtained by the groups. Means in first group the texture and color of the material is different, means iron having its own color and sulfur having its own color. But group second, both having the same texture and color, because it is a compound. Okay, understood? Here the texture and color is same throughout. Okay, this is also covered. Now the third point is, add carbon disulfide to one part of the material, obtain, stir well and filter. Okay, group first and group second. In group first, this is iron sulfide, means FeS. This is iron sulfide. But in group first, this is iron, or maybe this is sulfur. Okay, now the question is, add carbon disulfide to one part of the material obtained. When you add carbon disulfide, okay, when you add carbon disulfide to this group and this group, okay, in this group, in group second, addition of carbon disulfide to iron sulfide does not have any change. It does not undergo any change, but it has change. Why? Because suppose this is sulfur, when you add carbon disulfide, then sulfur dissolve in it and you get a yellowish solution. Okay, and as you know that iron cannot dissolve. This is iron, Fe. Iron cannot dissolve, it is insoluble, so it can be separated by filtration. Okay, now when the solution is allowed to evaporate, powder of solid sulfur is obtained. Means adding carbon disulfide, if you add carbon disulfide to iron and sulfur mixture or group first, then easily you can separate sulfur and iron, because iron it is insoluble or being insoluble, settle in the bottom and can be separated by filtration. But when the solution is allowed to evaporate, then powder of solid sulfur is obtained in case of group first, but in case of group second there will be no change. Okay, now add dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid to the other part of. Okay, and what will be the answer? What will be the solution of this? When you add either dilute sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid group first, as it has iron and sulfur, then hydrogen gas is released in group first. Okay, and in group second, this is group second, iron sulfide FeS. In this, hydrogen sulfide gas is released. Okay, when you add sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid in group first, only hydrogen gas is released, but group second, hydrogen sulfide, ठीक है, gas is obtained or released. Okay, now this is the difference between mixture and compound. First, let us complete this topic, and then we will discuss about the difference, so that you can easily understand the difference between the mixture and compound. Now this, perform all the above steps with both element iron and sulfur. Now the question, there are some questions. Did the material obtained by the two groups look the same? No. Group first having its own property, having its own color, like in group first there is iron and sulfur. Iron has its own color and sulfur has its own color and own texture. But in group second, as we know that this is iron sulfide compound, okay, then the material obtained in group second, it looks same, texture is same, color is same. Which group has obtained a material? This is group second and this is group first. Which group has obtained a material with magnetic properties? Group first. Okay, now third question is, can we separate the components of the material obtained? Yes, in group first easily we can separate iron from sulfur. There is two way. First, by using magnet we can separate iron from sulfur, and second way is by adding carbon disulfide. Okay, when we add carbon disulfide, then we can separate, because sulfur is dissolved in the solution, we get yellowish solution as being insoluble, iron being insoluble settle in the bottom, then we can filtrate it. But group second we cannot separate the compound, we cannot separate the element from the compound physically. On adding dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid, did both the groups obtain gas? Yes. Group first obtain hydrogen gas and group second obtain hydrogen sulfide gas. Did the gas in both the cases smell the same? No. Here is the answer to the questions. The gas obtained by group first is hydrogen. It is colorless gas, means no color, odorless, no taste. Okay, and combustible means it can easily catch fire. So we cannot use hydrogen at our home. We are using LPG because hydrogen has low ignition temperature and it can harm us. The gas obtained by group second is hydrogen sulfide and it is a colorless gas with the smell of rotten eggs, means जब egg खराब हो जाता है. Okay. Now you must have observed that the products obtained by both the groups show different properties, though the starting material were the same. Starting material was iron and sulfur, but what we obtained group first and second, totally they have different properties. Group first has carried out the activity involving a physical change, whereas in case of group second a chemical change has taken place. Means group first is mixer and group second is compound. Material obtained by group 1 is a mixture of two substances. The substances given are the elements iron and sulfur. This is the answer of your first part. When two or more than two elements mix, what we obtain? Either mixture or compound. The property of the mixtures are the same as that of its constituents. The material obtained by group second is a compound. On heating the two elements strongly, we get a compound which has totally different property compared to the combining elements. Means iron sulfide has different property than iron and sulfur, so that it cannot be separated by adding carbon disulfide, because it does not have iron property, as well as does not has sulfur property. The composition of a compound is the same throughout. Group second, we are talking about group second. We can also observe that the texture and the color of the compound are the same throughout. Thus we can summarize the physical and chemical nature of matter in the following graphical organizer. Okay, there means matter having three states: solid, liquid, gas. Generally they have three states: solid, liquid, gas. Then they are divided into two parts: pure substance and mixtures. Mixtures are of two types: uniform mixture and homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. There is no fixed composition. Uniform composition, like sugar in water, uniformly they have distributed. Salt in water, sulfur in carbon disulfide, and water and alcohol. Non-uniform composition, sand and salt. Means sand has its own property and salt is having its own property. Like pure substance, element and compound cannot be broken down into simpler substances like copper, oxygen, iron. For example, S2, we cannot break it into HH. Compounds have fixed composition, can be broken down into elements by chemical, not by physical means. We cannot separate it by physical means, but we can separate it by chemical means. For example, water, methane, sugar, salt, etc. Now we are going to discuss about the difference between the mixture and compounds. Now I hope that you can understand this difference. Elements or compounds just mix together to form mixture. No new compound is formed, means no new substance is formed, but in this new compounds are formed. A mixture has a variable composition. The composition of each new substance is always fixed, means definite proportion. Like we have already discussed about S2O 2:1. 2:1. Okay, a mixture shows the property of its constituent substance. Like iron and sulfur, when we mix, then it has having iron property as well as sulfur property, but the new substance has totally different property. Like S2O or iron sulfide is totally different property than iron and sulfur. The constituents can be separated easily by physical method, but it cannot be separated by physical method, but we can separate it by chemical or electrochemical reactions. Okay, now our topic or chapter is completed. Okay, in next video we will discuss about the Ncert questions, whether blue box questions or the exercise questions. Okay, if you have any doubt, any query, please you go in comment section and you can comment. If you like the video, press the like button and put your comment in comment section. Thank you.